What's up, guys? Prince Sports here for raw, uncut, unbiased sports talk. Now, check this out. The game between the Lakers and the Memphis Grizzlies. You just saw LeBron James be clutch. You know, he hit all those clutch shots. He had a clutch block, a clutch playmaking play, two crucial shots down the fourth quarter. So he stepped up in the final 2 minutes of the game and been clutch. Clutch is usually what you do in the final 5 minutes of a game. And LeBron stepped up in the final 2 minutes of the game. Now, this is all taking place while Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant missed. Okay, they felt their clutch moments. You know, they both had a look at it and they both couldn't get the job done. I think they have problems figuring out who's going to be the guy to close the game when the game is on the line. You know, who you're going to give the ball to. Me personally, I'd rather give the ball to Kevin Durant. You know, to a point that, you know, I think Kevin Durant is arguably the best player in the game. Him, Kawhi Leonard, and LeBron James are always those three guys, right? But here's the thing about LeBron James. You got to be the best player all year long. Okay, if he just turns it up in the playoffs, or his team turns it up in the playoffs, and he's not dominant in a way that he's carrying his team, I won't call him the best player in basketball, but I will call the Lakers the best team. It's very similar to what happened with the Golden State Warriors, okay? You guys was calling the Golden State Warriors the best team with Kevin Durant, but you were still calling LeBron James the best player in the world, even though he was getting beat by the Golden State Warriors. But you gave him a pass because it was the Golden State Warriors. He lost. He lost to. So at the end of the day, super team or not, he still lost to those guys. But as of right now, not later, right now, LeBron James came through in the clutch and he closed the game out for his team. Okay, he did what he's supposed to be doing. You know, he's still a top three player in the game, like I just said. It fluctuates between those three guys. So he got the Lakers aboard. I wish only one thing though. Why play around with the Memphis Grizzlies? You could have got some rest. Blow them out, got your little 22 points, 23 points, blow them out and sat down. You know, look at what the Brooklyn Nets did. Kyrie Irving went off, put his foot on their neck, and the game was a blowout. You know, he could sit out. He sat down a little bit and just let the game flow, do his normal ways. You know, let the bench players come in and they close the game out. That's how it is. That's how it should be. When you're ready to put on the show, start doing it early. Don't wait, you know. But D'Lo James, a guy who was on my live chat with me, he said one thing. He said, you know, LeBron James is kind of boring watching right now. And I said, you know, what you expect? He's 36 years old. So he's going to have some slippage. You know, there's a lot of guys in this league that's more entertaining to watch right now because he's old. Okay, put it like this way. If you go to the park and you see a 50 or 60-year-old guy playing basketball, you think that's going to be more entertaining than watching a young kid, 25, who got skill, who got game, who's in his prime, doing his thing on the basketball court? Of course you want to watch that more, right? You know, so it's just a matter of out with the old and in with the new. You got to know when to say bye-bye. And LeBron James is almost on his way out the door. So you got to start looking at these other players. You got Zion, you got Luka, you got all these new players that's coming. You got to start looking at other players. You can't hold on to one guy for the rest of your life. And if that's the case, then what's the point of watching basketball? You know, if LeBron retires, that means the rest of you guys aren't going to watch basketball no more. I wonder what basketball is going to be like when he retires, because I think a lot of these LeBron trolls would just disappear. You know, I'm starting to wonder if you really will even watch basketball, you know, once he's gone, you know, but only time will tell that. But nevertheless, LeBron James did his thing, came up clutch, closed the game out. That's how it's supposed to be, you know. A top 10 clutch player of all time. He's not a top 5. He's not the best clutch player of all time, period. You know, if you ask 90% of people about basketball, who would you want to take the final shot of a game? It wouldn't be LeBron James. I think his name would come up kind of last. You know, it's just speaking facts. And based off answering questions. Now, I heard people say this a million times. That's why I'm repeating it. Because, some people would pick, hey, I want Kobe, I want Durant. But I never heard nobody say they want LeBron James to shoot the final shot when the ball's on the line. What's that saying? But nevertheless, he is a top 10 clutch player of all time. And tonight was one of the reasons he proved it, So shout out to LeBron James. He did his thing tonight. Peace.